The distinction is, well, we're not going to, just because you agree with me on one of these issues, that doesn't mean I'm going to compromise my position on all these other
That was Charlie
issues where
Kirk's
we don't agree.
position. I disagree with the fact that you're LGBTQ, but as long as you're voting with me, everything's a-okay. No. What happens
we
is
saw
it
in practice
pollutes.
is there
wasn't. What happened is they polluted that message and absolutely destroyed it. Charlie Kirk and TPUSA have had to back up on all of their messaging, everything from immigration to LGBTQ rights. Fortunately, there was a basically fatwa that was put up against them by one Mr. Can't even be named on the internet, who completely dismantled that messaging before the poison got too out of hand. But that's exactly what was going on, was an inclusion of these lunatics inside of the conservative movement, which pollute the message. That's why Donald Trump now has rainbow flags all over the place. It pollutes the message.
Well, there's a difference between saying, yes, you should vote for me versus I'm going to put you up on stage as the spokesperson for my message. That's not something that I agree with. That's not something that I support.
Well, then why are you referencing these people like they're your buddies?
What are you talking about?
Well, have you heard of Peaceful Latinas, says Lauren Chen. They support my message. That's essentially showcasing them as speakers for the message.
No, that's just saying that in this one regard, this is an argument that I think does have broad appeal if we explain it correctly, or at least if I explain myself correctly.
I don't think it does. I think what ends up happening is it does not have broad appeal. Infiltrators come in and they'll begin to pollute, dilute, and destroy the message. That's what ends up happening. Conservatism does not have a unified message, and it doesn't because we don't seem to understand that conservatism is supposed to be a patriarchal structure. It's supposed to be top-down patriarchy based around Christian ethics. That is conservatism, or else what are we trying to conserve, Lauren?
I think you're right. If it's not that, then what is it?
Right, what is it? So then the question becomes, why are we in bed with women, especially women, female commentators, who absolutely do not agree with this? Your assaults against Pearl Davis, which led to our beef to begin with, my critiques of your video as you went after Pearl Davis, was a way for you. She is dismantling feminist ideology and is pro-patriarchy, and all you could do is criticize her for that. That is covert feminism.
She's anti-Christian. She's not.
She's not anti-Christian.
She absolutely is. If she's telling men to, not date women in the church, if she's saying that Christianity has become,
she's telling them not to date reformed prostitutes. Do you want men to date reformed prostitutes in the church, Lauren?
No, I don't actually.
No, and neither does Pearl, because she's smart, because she understands that what's going on inside of your Protestant churches, where everything is a personal Jesus, where you have destroyed your ecclesiastical authority, where you have destroyed an actual relationship with the church, that they will let in reformed prostitutes who just got their heads dunked a week before at heresy.com, and now suddenly they're your new trad wife.
What do you mean let into the church? I don't think someone like Nala should be in any type of leadership. I mean, aside from the fact that she is a woman, she is a porn star. So that's not something that I support. But if you actually read what Pearl has said in regards to just like the idea that Christian women who go to church are no different than secular women in regard to something like divorce, that's patently untrue.
No, it's not. It's not untrue.
If you look at the divorce statistics.
Yeah, let's look at the divorce statistics and dive into it. So here's what is true. What is true is that self-identified Christians do get divorced at an even higher rate than secularists do. What happens is, if you look in it's a pious scale. So people who take their religion more seriously, the less likely they are to get divorced. But if you're talking about covert feminists who were literally sucking 100 penises last year on film in front of everybody, now suddenly they come into the church, that's your new trad wife? No, Pearl Davis says that's bullshit. And we shouldn't follow that. And that has nothing to do with the Christian ethic, and it has nothing to do with the Christian faith. And she's absolutely right. That is a dismantling of feminism. Last thing that you want is your future leaders to be bogged down with former prostitutes. That seems like a bad idea, Lauren.
No, I don't disagree there. The video that I did about Nala specifically is responding to people who say that
you kissed her ass, Lauren. You kissed her ass. You kissed Nala's ass.
Yeah, because I
You
think
kissed her ass.
if she is a new person born again, then we have absolutely no right to say that she has not been saved. Now, I also believe that the best indicator
What do you
of
mean? Why don't
future
you have that
behavior
right?
is
She went
past
to
behavior.
heresychurch.com and got her head dunked. What to you is salvation?
Her head done? What are you talking about?
Meaning that she walked into a church, the particular one that she went to is a church which is known to take in basically any type of celebrity that they can, and especially the more horrible ones. They instantly give them a baptism and then say, oh, you're cured and you found Jesus, and then they go on a testimonial tour. Why should we take that as being authentic? If you shall know them by their fruits, that means you shall know them by their works. And in this particular case, where is Nala giving compensation back to the hundreds and thousands of men who she did horrific damage to? Where's your demand for that, Lauren?